Good morning, Lisa. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Or good afternoon. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Well, welcome everyone to our Lake Cumberland Area Heart Walk kickoff. Super excited to have you guys here with us today. Super excited to talk about the Heart Walk. Lots of exciting guests today. I'm going to jump right in and just turn it over to our Heart Walk chairs, co-chairs, to get us kicked off. And again, thanks, and look forward to a great meeting.
Hi, everyone. I am Jessica Carlton, and I am the Chief Accounting Officer here at SPEDA, Somerset Pulaski Economic Development Authority. I just want to say thank you all so much for joining us and being a part of our Lake Cumberland Area Heart Walk. We're super excited to get this started. It's a little different this year being virtual, so we're all trying to figure all that out. It's new for everyone, but we're excited to have the walk this year in a different capacity. A little bit more about me is I've been involved with the Lake Cumberland Area Heart Walk for over 20 years. When I was 19 years old, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and a few heart problems. So ever since then, my why has been me. And it became super important when I had children. Just making sure that I am the best that I can be for them and my family. And that's why the American Heart Association holds such a place in my heart. The research and the work that they do, it helps everybody. And that's why we have these heart walks, to bring awareness, whether it be for you, your children, your family, a friend. It's so important that we engage and keep raising money for the research.
Hi, everybody. I'm Winona Paget, and I'm one of the co-chairs. Thank you for joining us today. I actually work with the Kentucky Cancer Program, but there are a lot of similarities in what we do working with cancer and what the American Heart Association does too. You know, one of the biggest things we all want everybody to do is quit smoking, of course, and you know, take care of your breathing, your lungs, your heart, so that you are healthy. I'm also president of the Somerset Junior Women's Club, and SJWC is one of the sponsors of the walk again this year. We're very excited about that. My why is varied. So many people in my family have dealt with heart disease and issues with their hearts throughout their lifetimes. And I lost my stepdad very suddenly to a massive heart attack, and that was just devastating for me, because he was such a wonderful man. And then losing him, when we know that had he quit smoking, had he taken better care of his own health, he might have been here a little bit longer with us. So, you know, that's one of the reasons I want to stress so much about the importance of the research, reminding people how important it is to be healthy and take care of themselves. And then also lost a very close friend who was only 40 to a heart attack while she was out running. And that, again, was a heart defect that she didn't know that she had. And had she known, you know, maybe things would have been different for her as well. But research that the American Heart Association does would have helped her and helps others like her in the future. Fundraising that we do is very important, and just looking forward to seeing what our community can do. We have grown so much in the last years. I've probably been involved with the Heart Walk, oh goodness, I can't remember. When I was at the radio station for years and years, I would do broadcasts from it, and I always have Joey and different folks come and talk with me on the air. But it's many years of dedication that all of us have put into being a part of this. So thank you for being with us, and we look forward to working with you throughout the next couple of months.
Thanks, Jessica and Winona. This is Crystal Cox. I'm another one of the co-chairs. I'm the new executive director for the United Way of South Central Kentucky. And similar to Jessica, my why is myself. I was diagnosed with heart disease around age 10. The school nurse found it when we did my yearly physical before school. And it's been a somewhat challenging road as I've gotten older. I have flare-ups from time to time, and stress really impacts my heart health. So I've had to learn to understand my personal limits a little bit and adapt my life to fit around what works to keep me feeling my best. I'm involved with the Heart Walk for probably about 10, maybe 11 years now. Started out as just an individual participating, and then when I worked at the hospital, was very actively involved with the hospital's team and sponsorship level. And even after leaving the hospital, I've stayed involved, assisted with being a co-chair, and just absolutely love the event and what it stands for. I love that the money that we raise impacts education, it impacts fundraising efforts, go toward research, things that are so important to keep my heart healthy and to keep other hearts healthy, to help find new cures, new treatments, and to help prevent heart disease when it's possible. So really great cause that we're all part of. We're going to try to be brief with you today so that you're able to get back and enjoy your day. So next on our agenda is a video from the American Heart Association. So I'll turn it back to them for the video. So as you can see, the dollars that you raise really do go beyond just our community. They help people in our community, but they go beyond, especially right now with COVID-19. The American Heart has really shown their dedication to overall health as well. So next on our agenda, I want to introduce our ambassador family for this year. If you're in the Somerset area and involved with our Chamber of Commerce, you've more than likely seen Dustin around. So I'll take this opportunity to introduce Gage Phillips. He is a young man that's been living with heart disease, and his family to you.
Thank you, Crystal. Thanks, guys. So glad that everybody's on, and we love that picture. Me and Gage were smiling. That's us on Route 66 out going towards Oatman, Arizona. It was a great trip, but you know, our why is Gage. You know, when he was born in 2008, the pulse ox test wasn't something that was mandatory, wasn't something that was always done, and it's such a simple test that a lot of prevention can be involved with people just having that test done to their children and then not having to go through the atrocities of finding that out later on in life. But with Gage in that situation, we were lucky enough that his condition was so bad and his aortic arch was so small that it was obvious and it was visceral. So within one day of being born, Gage was being shipped up to UK hospital, and 2 days later underwent his first open heart surgery. So for us, it's Gage. You know, we want to make sure that we're all healthy for him, and we want to make sure that he's healthy for all of us. So Ira Wise, our big man here, and I'll let him introduce you himself real quick. Gage, you want to tell everybody how old are you? You just had a birthday recently. Tell everybody about that.
I'm 12 years old, and
What do you like doing real quick? Tell everybody.
what I like to do is I like to play games, and I like to watch a lot of YouTube and movies.
We even created a YouTube channel, didn't we? Yeah, me and Gage and his brothers battle it out on YouTube on video games. So we just try to stay positive, and we try to stay active, and we just want to make sure that Gage has a long and fulfilling life, and many babies like him can do. So we're very happy to be a part of it. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys. So we do have some other facts and figures. If we can go to slide 4 really quickly, I'll just want to share those with you again to reinforce what Dustin and Gage are talking about with the importance of what we do, that it does directly impact lives and help find those risks early and diagnose those things early so that we can help more families. So every 34 seconds, someone has a heart attack. And thanks to research from the American Heart Association, we're seeing much better results after a heart attack. Every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. 1 in 3 Americans has some form of cardiovascular disease. And as we've all talked about, we each have our why, and many of those whys have been impacted by some of those conditions. So Winona, I'll turn it over to you now.
Thank you, Crystal. Now we want to send out a huge thank you to Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital for their ongoing support of the Heart Walk and helping to protect the hearts that we all love. On behalf of Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, we want to welcome Dr. Michael McKinney. He is an interventional cardiologist with Lake Cumberland Cardiology Associates, and he's going to share a few words on why their support of the Heart Walk is so important. So, Dr. McKinney, the floor is yours.
I got it. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody joining in on the Heart Walk. It's a very important activity. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. 500,000 to 750,000 people die every year of heart disease. It's the #1 killer in the world, in the nation, and especially in Kentucky. And Kentucky is a hotbed for it, for a variety of reasons. The money goes into research. You saw the slide. Lots of money that you raise on the Heart Walk goes into research, but I bet you don't know from looking over time what that has meant. Now, I've been in this business a long time. From medical school to now is about 40 years. When I first started cardiology, we basically put people in a corner room and watched them for 2 to 3 weeks and hoped they survived because we didn't know any better. Soon, we realized that there were blood clots in the arteries, but we didn't know where they came from. Well, you all know that it doesn't come from someplace else. It comes from the arteries. That's American Heart Association research that told us that. Initially, we didn't know that cholesterol was a bad thing. Now you know, don't eat red meat and stay away from that. That's the American Heart Association research that taught you that. We didn't know how to take care of heart attacks other than just to let them recover and hope that they live. Now we put forth the hounds of hell to open up arteries and do everything that we can. So we've decreased the mortality rate if you make it to the hospital from 50% down to about 12% or less, which is American Heart Association research. We now use balloons and stents, which we knew nothing about when I first started in this business, and now it's just routine. That's just the heart attacks. Heart failure was like cancer. It was basically the same as cancer for cancer patients. 50% were going to be dead within a year. Now, with the American Heart Association research, most people are living full and productive lives, and they do not die of the things that they died from before. That's your research dollars going into effect. High blood pressure, rhythms, I could go on. But the thing that you see, and the reason that you are supporting this is you know that smoking is bad. Well, we didn't know that 40 years ago. Remember, during World War II, the the government gave GIs cigarettes because they thought it helped them, helped calm their nerves. Well, we know that's not the case now, and that's from research. We knew it hurt the lungs, but we didn't know it hurt the heart. That's research. All of these things progress our ability to take care of patients. I know that you've heard about how bad healthcare is in the United States. Well, let me give you some facts about heart disease. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the longevity of heart patients was not very long, and we've extended that 12 to 15 years just with the research that we've done and knowing what we've done, and we lead the world in improvement. Yeah, we could do better, and I think that the American Heart Association is now focusing their efforts on prevention, which is the next great frontier. So I applaud you all for helping us raise that money and getting this information out. Things that you take for granted, believe me, we did not know before the American Heart Association taught us these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McKinney. So with heart disease and stroke being Kentucky's #1 and #5 killers, we're so excited this year to be able to collaborate with Healthy Somerset Initiative. We are encouraging teams for our Heart Walk while rallying our communities to invest in making Somerset the healthiest community in Kentucky. The Healthy Somerset director is Kathy Townsend, and I'm going to turn it over to her and let her say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. Like Jessica said, with the city of Somerset, we want to make the city of Somerset the healthiest city in Kentucky. And in doing that, we want to partner with organizations like yours to get awareness out there for different things that are going on in people's lives. In my family, African-American family, we've had several people in our family that have died from massive heart attacks, aneurysms, blood clots, that thing. In a lot of African-American families, high blood pressure is, in the family from generation to generation. So with this, we just need to get people out there moving. And that's what the city of Somerset is trying to do. We have a farmer's market. We're trying to encourage people to eat better. We're trying to get people to get out and start moving, walking, biking, to be more healthy. And with this COVID-19 that's been going on since March, a lot of people are home, and we're trying to give people ways to get out and get moving and to get healthier. When gyms were shut down for a while, so we're trying to encourage people, just get out and walk. Downtown with our mayor, we're lighting it up so it's safe for people to be out walking. And that's about it. But thank you guys for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Gosh, we've had some amazing speakers, and I just want to say again, we're super excited about the Lake Cumberland area Heart Walk coming up. And I feel like just from hearing from all the different folks from the hospital, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors that you can see up on the screen here, in addition to the hospital, Windstream, Somerset, Women's Club, Junior Women's Club, also Fort Broadcasting. So I feel like collaboration, I can definitely tell from all the speakers today that we're going to be smiling on September 17th, and the American Heart Association just looks forward to working with all of you to help make a difference. So today, we just wanted to talk through briefly a couple of things. Like Jessica said at the beginning, the Lake Cumberland area is a little bit different this year, but I just have to say, we've had so much positive feedback because we've had from other walks that have been in similar situations. And I feel like now more than ever, we all just need to be looking to unite together to do positive things together. And I feel like mental and physical health is so important right now. And so there's a lot of fun opportunities. I don't know, Kathy didn't go too much in detail, but we want, in the collaboration with Healthy Somerset Initiative, I mean, we don't want the Heart Walk to just be one day. We're going to be looking for some exciting information coming out on like getting folks walking leading up to 4 weeks out from the Heart Walk. We'll be sharing more information. They're going to be doing some fun different challenges where folks can win swag bags and different things. So we want the Heart Walk Day to be the big celebration on September 17th, but hope to get people moving all leading up to it. As you can see here on the screen, what does September 17th look like? What you're going to do is walk where you are. You choose the distance, you choose the location. You can be on your treadmill, you can be at a park, you can be in your neighborhood, you could be at the lake walking. Of course, we want to make sure folks have the proper social distancing. Also, I'll share more details in a little bit, but we do have already on our website a team spirit toolkit to help you make the most of your experience. So if you want to, we have a scavenger hunt that you can incorporate with your kids. We have virtual bibs. We have I'm walking for signs, so you can show who you're walking for that day and your why. We all have heard so many of those today as well. You will find virtual fundraising ideas. So we have a lot of extra resources just to help you make the most of it. So then on the 17th, when you're walking, we want you to take your picture, share, as you can see on the hashtag here, hashtag HeartWalkLCA for Lake Cumberland area, and walk where you are on our Facebook event page. So we'll be able to see all the pictures of all those that are walking. You can post videos, you can show us your distances. Don't forget your pets too. We might have some exciting news coming out about a top dog contest and some fun stuff like that to definitely keep our pets engaged too. And then you'll want to be able to join us on our Facebook event page on September 17th, where we will have an opening ceremony and some other fun stuff people can participate in. So after the call today, like what's really the big push is we want you to get your team registered by August 7th. So the first 10 coaches that register are going to get our signature coach bandana, which is kind of like a buff actually, and those are really helpful right now. They can be used as face masks too. So so when you get off the call today, what we want you to do is first register your team at the website that you see here. And then on that website, like I said, that's where that virtual toolkit is, where you can see all the resources that we talked about earlier. Also, I will be mailing when folks register another little kind of kit as well with some collection envelopes, the posters that we normally have. We'll have information on our Heart Walk Reward Center in there, the different incentives that folks can earn, the different Heart Hero gear. So once you register, you'll be getting that kit in the mail as well. So you've registered your team. What's next? August 20th, we're going to have a Walker Rally Day. So you have that couple of weeks to think about how are we going to motivate our team. Our goal is to recruit 200 walkers just on August 20th. And so, you know, if we think about that today, that's very doable. We have 20 teams sign up. If every team signed up 10 walkers that day, we would hit our goal. So the Walker Rally Day, be watching for more excitement. You know, you could think about some things around that. You might have like an internal pep rally at your company. We could set up a Zoom call where you could pull people together, have a survivor tell their story, kind of like today. You might be sure of all you go to be able to. I definitely think we can add some fun to that Walker Rally Day, and I have no doubt we can get to the 200 walkers. Also, another little bonus on that is we're going to be giving out virtual awards that day. Our coaches of these teams will be able to, and we're going to be doing some gift cards for you guys to the top fundraising team that day and the team that just recruits the most walkers. So, so definitely mark your calendar for August 20th and more information coming soon on that. So, putting your heart into fundraising, I did mention on earlier about the top 10 virtual fundraising ideas. But I think, Bridget, are you on the call with us?
I am.
Oh, good. Yay. So Bridget Taylor is on our committee, and her family has been so involved in the Heart Walk and always finds such creative ways to fundraise. You guys might remember they did the kindness plates the last couple of years, which is so awesome, just, you know, sharing kind of that camaraderie and spirit with the community and dropping off all those cookies. So thank you, Bridget. I know you already had a new idea this year that you've started on, and I saw your Facebook video last night, which was adorable, with Sadie and Maverick, who are both survivors as well. Do you care to share like what you guys have going on?
This year, since we are not able to do the kindness plates, we have decided to do a Don't Go Breaking Our Hearts fundraiser. And what we're doing is we have had a banner made, and it is in our front yard. We live in Green Meadows. And we have Sadie Maverick's picture on it. And it's just basically a big heart in the shape of a puzzle. And we're asking for donations of $20. And you buy a puzzle piece for $20. And we're trying to complete our heart so we don't have a broken heart. And we're just hoping to get all of our friends and family involved. And if everybody would buy a piece, we're hoping to raise our goal of $1,000 that we do every year. And so we only need 50 people to do that. And we're looking for companies, anybody in our community, friends and family that are just willing to buy a puzzle piece. And we're putting everybody's names on each puzzle piece, so you can come by and see that. And just that way it also shows our community how many people are actually behind everyone with, especially my kiddos. I know this is from my kiddos, but everyone that in the community that has heart issues, because it affects everybody in some way. But
thank you. I love that idea. And you always have the most creative ideas. And I think that's what this is about, being creative. Again, like having fun. I was talking to a coach yesterday and we were brainstorming ideas. Some of the things online were like game nights virtually. It could be charades, trivia. Like those are things like we all want to laugh for. We all want to, I think, focusing on the positivity and just really pulling people together, since a lot of us are social, we're obviously social distancing as well. Online auctions. I heard another group that had done a name the baby contest where they had everyone in their company send in baby pictures and they put them together in a PowerPoint, and people could had to guess who was who, and if you got it wrong, you had to make an X dollar donation to the team. So I think there's a lot of creative and fun ideas, and I want to work with all of you guys one-on-one to, bring those to reality. So I know I think we're right at 12:30. I did have a really quick video if anyone wants to. It's about a minute, but the last thing I wanted to mention is getting virtual, and just all of the success we have seen over our Heart Walk mobile app and all the things you can do. Don't forget, we have Facebook fundraisers and all of that as well. So once you sign up, the statistics are that anyone that does more online fundraising through Facebook, et cetera, raises 4 times more. So we have tons of tools available around that as well. I can actually just send out the video too to everyone after the meeting. Joey, I think you wanted, our executive director just wanted to thank everyone for being a part of the call today, and we appreciate your time, and I'll turn it over to Joey. Ms. Joey.
There we go. The spacebar trick does not work in some instances. Hey, I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us. It really means a lot to us. We've got so many wonderful friends that have been around us. Jessica, you must have been in 3rd grade when you started 20 years ago, helping with the Heart Walk. But thank you and Nona and Crystal for helping to chair this and bring it out to us. We're grateful to the hospital for the ongoing support year in and year out. I've been coming that way for 14 years now for the Heart Walk, and they're constant for us. When I see Sadie and Maverick or Engage, I do want to also remind you guys of another statistic that 1 in every 100 births involve a congenital heart defect. And that's another very, very important why factor for all of us. And the Heart Association is very pleased to have a lot of research dollars. I think it's about $38 million that we're doing right now on congenital heart defects across the nation. We've got about 5 million up at UK, and you guys play a very, very important part in that. So we're doing good things, and we're trying to find our way, as everyone is during the pandemic. And it just means so much to us to have you guys stick with us and support our mission, and knowing how important it is even in these difficult times. So thank you all. And one of the other things with the hospital, Mandy, we need to continue to congratulate you guys on the awards that you all keep winning from the Heart Association. I know we did a big stroke award down there with you all last year too. So congratulations on that too. Again, so thank you guys very, very much. And Lisa, back to you to close this out.
Awesome. All righty. Well, I think that's it for today. This last slide, excuse me, showed some of the resources we talked about, and I'll be reaching out one-on-one. I did want to say we did record this video, so if you know people that are interested, it's not too late. Like, we want to share the kickoff video, and we want to get more teams and companies involved, and I'll be reaching out to you all one-on-one to see how I can help. So everyone, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.